Hi everyone, this is Sean. Press a like button if you like this video. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. And if you've been subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for your patronage. Thank you for being one of over 2,000 subscribers. I can't thank you more than enough. Thank you. In today's video, we're going to talk about how the motion picture industry, in particular its private security force, is exempt from the laws of the land, particularly in the state of California. If you are chiming in from another state, I read your messages. Other people read your messages and comments that are in other states. But remember, what happens in California might have an effect on your state. Other states, some states tend to copy and paste what California has in its books. So just pay careful attention to what happens in California. So I want to thank one of our subscribers. He goes by the name of Veltoware or something to that extent. And Veltoware led me to a business professions code, and that code is 7574.14, and I believe it's subsection P as in Paul. I will leave a link in the description. I might be off on those numbers. That code is actually an exemption to the Private Security Act. It's an exemption. It serves as an exemption to the proprietary private security officer law that we have into effect. So let me explain. So in California, if you want to work contract private security, and most of you watching this video belong to a contract security company, you need to have a private patrol operator license. That's equivalent of an agency license, security agency or security company agency license in a state that's not California. If you want to work in-house security, so for example, if you want to work for Target and Walmart and be a direct hire from their management, you would need what's called a proprietary private security officer license. If you are a private employer, let's just say maybe you're Amazon and you want to have a security force, you need to have a proprietary security employer license. Okay? Now, this is the exemption, and I'm so glad that our wonderful subscriber, Veltoware, pointed us in the right direction. If you work for a movie studio, so maybe you're Warner Brothers, you can hire your own private security force as long as they are unarmed and as long as they're performing private security duties like screening people, protecting the property from trespassers, basically what every other private security officer does out there. If you're doing that, you are exempt from the Business and Professions Code. You don't even need any type of private security guard license, proprietary security license. You don't need none of that. Does that make any sense to you? Because it doesn't to me. It makes no sense that other people need a private security officer license. Why is a movie studio exempt? And I'll tell you why they're exempt. So I've been in security. Well, I got licensed in 1998 when they used to issue in California when they used to issue what's called a pink slip after your guard card class or the security class, which was 8 hours long. They hand you a pink paper that was your temporary license. You were able to get to work right away. So I've been in the industry a long time, and I've been watching trends. So when the proprietary security officer law came into effect, basically all of these employers like Target, Walmart, maybe Amazon, they have to have a proprietary security employer license, and anyone under them, working under them as private security, uniform private security, needed a proprietary security officer license. And that was a law. But the movie studios, guys, somebody's not looking out for you guys. They're able to get an exemption into the law. Why are they exempt? Why aren't you exempt? Why are they? Want to know why? These people who have a lot of money, they pay these politicians. They end up passing these ridiculous laws. They sponsor their travel. They sponsor their events. They hand out loads of money. In the end, when there's going to be a law that's going to be passed, okay, these people who try to influence others with their money, like the movie studio or some people in the movie industry, okay, they'll say, hey, you know what? Remember me? Oh, yeah, I remember you. Okay, we'll write an exemption in the law. In California, it is so easy to just slip in a law. Let me explain how. So if I want to find out what assembly bill or what Senate bill this came under, I would have to start off on Google. I'd have to type in the Business Professions Code, look up the code, and find out what assembly bill or what Senate bill was authored and who signed it. I have to do that. But in California, the legislators they reuse the numbers for the assembly bills. They keep reusing different ones. So 20 years ago, the governor may have passed a law that required you to have a badge that says private security, and I'm just throwing this out there. And that code section was 228. AB 228 stands for Assembly Bill 228. Well, 20 years down the road, there's a new law that basically put a spike in the gas tax, and that was also Assembly Bill 229. See, they keep changing around these assembly bills. It's very difficult to find out who wrote these bills. There's no accountability. It's very difficult. If I look up AB 229, I'm going to have a very difficult time finding out what happened 20 years ago and who voted for some of these laws to be passed. It's very difficult to go back in time and find this. It's not easy, you guys. And I have a research background. I have a master's degree in public administration. I have extensive research experience, and there's just a lot of research that is into play with this, and it's all done for a purpose, so you don't hold these politicians accountable. In California, like I said, it's so easy to get some of these bills passed. Now, most of the time, it's easier if you're a Democrat, because in California, we have a super majority of Democrats that are into office, and they swing way to the left. That it's nuts, guys. I used to be a Democrat. I voted for Joe Biden and Obama in 2008, and ever since I've had buyer's remorse. This is the most awful decision I've ever made in my life when it comes down to voting for politicians. Buyer's remorse, I'm telling you. So I also want you guys to keep in mind that some of you watching this, you guys are cowards. You're cowards. So let me explain why you are a coward. Because you work for these movie studios, you work for these celebrities. I know that because I talk to you guys, and you protect these people who are totally against your Second Amendment right to bear arms. Excuse me. And you go out there soliciting these compacts, you keep making your money bag full, and you're profiting off of people who are destroying America. That's what you guys are doing. You're cowards. That's what you are watching this. So keep in mind what you're doing. And what you're doing is you're assisting others with developing blood money out there. This is horrible. Now, some of you might say this, well, as a bodyguard, as executive protection agent, I want to be as neutral as possible, and I get it, guys. But you got celebrities out there that are demanding the Second Amendment be repealed and demanding that one's Second Amendment right to bear arms should not be honored, yet you go over there and protect them. And a lot of you guys are in California. And you complain, some of you guys complain that you can't get a Generation 4 or 5 Glock. You can't get the new SIG 320s. You're limited on the type of rifle and other types of weapon systems that you are able to carry as a Californian. You complain. Well, there's people out there that you guys are protecting that are preventing you from exercising your Second Amendment right to bear arms. And all I'm doing, guys, is I'm throwing out awareness out there. I want you to be aware of what you are doing. That's not right. There was an exemption for movie studios. Come on, you guys. I think they are the ones that need to be regulated. Okay, they need more regulation. There's so much stuff that goes on in the movie studio. You have fights that go on in the movie studio, and then you have cover-ups, and you have private security who they might be ill-trained to deal with some of these situations. I mean, it's a loss, you guys. I wish, or I hope, that one day I can move out of the state of California. Some of you are inviting me to move to your state, but I can't. I'm anchored. I have my children here, my children, my livelihood, unfortunately, is anchored in California. Come June or come next elections, when you see a candidate for and next to their party symbol says Democrat, please double check to see who you are voting for. Generally in California, when you vote for Democrat, you vote for someone who's going to pass laws that are against you as a private security or private investigation professional. Let me show you something. This is how stupefied our governor candidates are becoming. So I got this. This is a primary election pamphlet. It's basically your official voter information guide, and it tells you who are all the candidates. So I'm sitting down at my dinner table, and I'm reading through all these candidates. I don't care if it's Democrat, Republican. I'm gonna read through it and see what they have to offer and see what their background is. But this person named Mariana Dawson, this is her statement. F all politicians, no party preference. Mariana, what is your background? And what is your statement? She's basically saying, F you as a reader. I'm not going to spend the time to put a candidate statement in here. That's what the statement is. She's not a Democrat. She's not a Republican. F all politicians. These are the kind of people, this is the kind of intelligence that we're voting for into office in California. Anyhow, I'm done with the rant. Looking forward to the comments, the dialogues with all of you. Some people in other videos have said, Sean, please stay out of politics. I will never stay out of politics. I will continue to expose those who need to be exposed. I will continue to expose the problems. If it's Democrat issues, if it's non-party issues, we'll talk about it. If Republicans are creating issues in the private security and investigation sector, then I'll bring forth the issues into the light, into this channel. But you are not going to shut me down. You're not going to shut me up on this channel. I keep getting monetized on some of my videos because of some of the things that I say. I made a video about active shooters. This was about a couple days ago. I made a video on active shooters, how you as a private security officer can survive that situation. I was slammed with a demonetization hit from YouTube. And I made sure that I removed anything that's violent in there. Right before the incident happened, the shooting happened on the video, I cut out. Like right before it, there is absolutely nothing violent in the video. However, Google Analytics, YouTube Analytics, they keep shutting me down when I make some of my points. Like this video, subscribe. Looking forward to the dialogue. Take care.